Hi, my name is Mike Cavalli and I'm at FDCU4, and today we're talking about the Ford Fusion Hybrid. First thing we're going to talk about is just the exterior of the car. It's a very good looking car. In fact, if you didn't see the Ford badge, you might even think it's semi-exotic. So overall, I like the whole look of the car, the lines, just the overall design is very nice. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of room back here since we have the hybrid version. We got a big battery hidden down there somewhere, so from the outside it might look like you might have a lot of room in here, but of course when you open it up you've got this big blockade where the battery goes, so not exactly your best car for storage or hauling a whole lot of stuff. But if you want to do that, you might actually want to look into the regular Ford Fusion, not the hybrid. There we go.
You gotta push this yellow thing over.
Pretty nifty way to get the hood open. It's just a little plastic latch right here, whereas most cars you have the metal latch in the middle. But as you can see, it's clearly a hybrid. You got your high voltage wiring and all that. Since this is technically newer technology and whatnot, most people probably aren't going to be doing their own work under the hood. But you can still do your basics like checking your oil, checking all your fluids, refilling stuff. So that stuff is still pretty easy, but you also want to be careful. Alright. The interior of this car is actually very nice, which of course you would expect it to be for 40-some grand. But the overall quality, the material is very nice, very comfortable. The seats are very comfortable. Positioning, the foot room, the leg room, everything's very nice. Where it might get into a little bit of trouble, some of the controls are a little bit touchy. So if you're going for one thing, you might push another thing. But I have a feeling that's something that you might get over time. You might get used to it, and it might be okay. As far as storage goes, there's not a ton of storage as we saw in the trunk, but inside the car, you have a decent amount of storage in your glove compartment here. You've got this odd storage location that's kind of below the dash here. It's very difficult to reach into unless you're reaching around the shifter or around the side here. The center console down here has a lot of room actually, and there's lots of plugs in here for different types of media that you might want to enjoy while you're riding.
Ooh, he's having fun. Mike's all about handling.
We really got to test out the car. It gets something goes pretty well for, electric hybrid. Maybe it's the mode we put it in now. Maybe it's working better.
Yeah, I think someone would have to explain to me all the modes to fully understand what I'm in.
As far as the driving experience of the car, it's actually quite good. Very smooth, and actually the suspension is probably the most impressive of any car I've driven for boat on cars. Everything from the handling's very impressive. Oh man, look at that turning.
I didn't think you'd make that at all.
Holy smokes.
That was impressive.
This thing turns on a dime. But the handling's very good, very tight. The suspension's really nice. The brakes are very touchy, so that means they're very good if you need to stop quick. Yeah, everything about this car being a driver's car is for sure true. Like, I mean, the lowest aspect might be the power, but beyond that, like the steering and the brakes, it's all impressive actually. So overall, the Ford Fusion Energi is a fantastic car if you're just looking for something to drive daily, and you still like a bit of a driver's car. But for me personally, if I could change a couple things about it, I would make it not a hybrid and I would make it a manual. I think it would be perfect for me.
It's very, very responsive.
I know, it's awesome.